Okay, so today we are going to learn chords orally.
Alright.
Okay, you know what that means? Like when you hear chord, you'll know its quality and inversion.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I throwing a lot at you?
Nah.
Okay, I'm
We're
sorry.
doing chords. It's just, I don't really know the actual names for it, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, we can do that real quick too. So, all right. So, you know how to build a major chord?
Yeah.
All right. How do you build a major chord?
So with the group. Oh.
Yeah, you start with a root, say F. Where do you go next?
Second line. Or second space.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then where next?
The third space.
Yep. All right. I always like to do it that way first, just because then you're thinking, okay, so like this is an F, right?
Yeah.
So you build a major chord off of the 1, the 3, and the 5 scale degrees in a scale, right?
Yeah.
All right. So the third scale degree in F is A,
Yep.
and then the fifth is C. Easy? Yeah. So that's a major. Well, okay. Since we know what a major looks like visually, we can play one. So. You hear that?
Yeah.
Like it's just a. Like there's a third. Well, there's a major third and there's a minor third, and that makes a major root position chord. We'll just go with that for now.
Alright.
Alrighty. Alright. So what about minor? Let's start with the same note. Because it's easy. F. How do you build a minor chord?
Same.
Hmm?
Same thing.
Okay. What's the third scale degree in F minor?
But
Hmm? A flat. And then the C natural. Good. There's the F minor. See, it's just what a minor chord is it's just the inversions are flipped. So instead of having a major third, you have a minor third and then a major third. So does that make sense?
yeah.
All right. So you can hear that. Okay. Cool. All right. So let's go to diminish. Yeah, we'll stick with F minor. I mean F. So how do you spell an F diminished chord? Try it.
A flat, C flat.
Mm-hmm. And all that is two minor thirds stacked on top of each other, right? And that's. Sorry. Yeah. You hear that?
Yeah.
It's just like minor third, minor third. Cool? Alright. And let's go to augmented, because that's shit. Alright. How do you build an augmented chord off of F?
F, A, C sharp.
Mm-hmm. And do you know the intervals for that?
What do you mean?
Like this is a major third.
Yeah, and it's
What's this?
minor.
It's a major third as well. It's two major thirds stacked on top of each other. So that'll sound like. Cool?
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So since alright. Well, since you know them visually,
Alright.
we can go over them orally a little bit. Okay? So we'll start with. Alright. Do you know what quality chord this is? It's really hard to tell with this piano. Here, how about this, okay? So here's the chord, here's the notes. Can you sing the notes with Jenna? Okay. You hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So, all right. All right. So this is the major chord in root inversion, root position, and so is this. You hear the? Do you hear how no matter like no matter what note you're starting on, you're gonna have the same interval. So you hear that? So if I just played this in E major root position chord, how would you spell that? If you see it visually better, you start with an E.
Yeah.
Where do you go next?
G sharp and B natural.
Perfect. See? You got this. All right. Let's look at minor chords for a minute, okay? So my example was this, right? Is that the same quality chord?
No.
Hmm?
No.
To yeah, it's the same quality. Did you hear like how the intervals are the same, just starting on different notes?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So just kind of singing helps a lot when it comes to hearing chords orally, because like anyone can play a note and be like, sing a minor triad, so so like so even just humming them in your head or like hearing them in your head really helps. So do you know solfege?
Yeah.
You know solfege? Alright, so like
We just started it yesterday. We just started yesterday.
Okay. Understandable. Solfege is its own little language. So but alright, well in a minor scale, you for when you're building triads you think 1, 3, 5, right?
Yeah.
So whenever you hear a note and they're like, okay, well, what does the minor scale sound like with this? You can go, or do, re, mi, fa, sol. And then just instead of singing the re and the fa, you can just go do, mi, sol. And it's that way you can. Am I making sense? You can tell me if I'm not.
No, you are.
Okay. So like just being able to hear them and just like off the bat know what it is, it's really, I'm not gonna lie, it's difficult at times, but just being able to just like if they just play a chord, being able to like tear it apart, tearing the notes apart and hearing them separately, and then that makes it a lot easier. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's just I always say it's easier to hear 3 different notes at different times than to hear 3 notes at the same time. You know? So I mean there are people who can just go, oh hey, that's a C minor chord, yeah. Ooh. But I mean I don't know a lot of people who can. So alright. Let's go to diminished. Okay.
Alright.
So a diminished chord is just two minor thirds stacked on top of each other, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So starting on D, it will be G, F, and A flat. So it's just again a minor third, then a minor third. So if it actually helps you a little bit easier to go like, okay, so the third scale degree in D is F, and then going from F, the third scale degree in F minor is A flat. That's a really complicated way to do it, but I mean, it's just another way for you to like, besides just like being able to know like in a diminished chord that the 5 is flat, to be able to be like, okay, well, the third of D is F, and the third of F is A flat. So, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Alright, so, what is that again? Hmm? Oh no, just equality. Is it, here, I'll give you two choices, minor or diminished. Yeah, diminished. So, and the only difference between minor and diminished is the 5. I love doing that, I'm sorry. It's fun, isn't it? Alright. To be fair, like, I'm throwing a lot at you, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Alright. Alright. Oddly enough, I'm just gonna tell you what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna go to augmented chords, and then I'm gonna do inversions of augmented chords, because it's really easy. Alright? So, an augmented chord is what inversions? They're the same inversion. Minor thirds? Major thirds. Two major thirds stacked on top of each other, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in F, that's F, A, C sharp, right? Okay. So, the difference between major and augmented is just that sharp 5, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, alright, so what if I played, is that an augmented chord? Yeah, it is. You hear that?
Yeah.
Is it easier if I like break the chord up a little bit? Instead of just,
I'm just not really good at.
I understand. It's difficult. Alright, trying to finish what I can do. Would you mind if you came up here with me? And I'll show you stuff? Show you some really cool stuff. Alright. So, when you're, so building chords is a lot easier if you look at it on a staff and a piano. Alright, let's say you're playing a little song in C major, right? You want to play a 1 chord. And you want to play a major chord in C, alright? So, this is C, right? Alright, so to build a major third, to build a major chord, you have you just stick with these 5 notes here, right? Right? So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you just use the 1, the 3, and the 5. Does that make sense? Alright. You seem like you know this, so you good?
I'm not pretty set, so.
Oh, you play saxophone. It's so easy to do. All right. Arpeggios. Arpeggios are a beautiful thing. Arpeggios are just chords. Yeah, broken up, and also you can have different kinds of arpeggios and stuff like that. But I'm not going into details about that because that's weird. But so actually, arpeggios are a great way to shift into inversions. But I just want to stick with root for a minute. Okay? So, alright. So, how about I play either a major or a minor triad, and you can tell me which one it is, okay? Alright? So, major. Oh, it's easier to hear it broken up, huh? Yeah. A lot of time, that's something that a lot of teachers do, especially like when you're starting out. Like, some teachers are just like, oh yeah, you should be able to know like this is a major chord, just know it right off the bat. But a lot of times breaking it up actually helps a lot too. So, all right. So, why don't I challenge you a little bit? Minor, yeah. So, this is major. You hear the difference? All right. So, a lot of times, telling the difference between minor and major chords, it helps to just hear the first two notes. Because the first note and the fifth note are the same, no matter what. So it all depends on what you play next, like third note. So try focusing a lot on this one. So if it sounds smaller or just slightly bigger. Okay? Or I guess you can hear it this way too. But I think it's easier to do it this way. Just because like this is your root and then you're going up. So, alright. Minor? Good. Right? Here. Major? Good. Alright. Yeah. This is minor. Alright. So, alright, well, you did really well with that. So, alright. Why don't I trick you up and add in augmented? I think it's a lot easier to hear the difference between major and augmented than major and diminished. Is that the same for you, or does it? Okay. Well, alright, well, let's start with augmented just a little bit. Alright, so here's major. No, that's major. Major. Wow, I cannot play piano today. I am so sorry. We'll go here. So, major. So, listen for the note that I change, okay? So, we're going from major to either minor or augmented, okay? So, do you so this is the third changing, and then this is the fifth. Okay? Alright. We'll try that again. So, alright, here's major. Alright. Minor. Augmented. I'm trying to trick you up here. Alright, try that one more time and I should let you go, huh? Alright. Alright, so wow, I needed that. Okay. Major. Yeah. So you heard the top note changing, right? Cool. Alright. So oral training is really difficult. I know I threw a lot at you, so I apologize for that much. But you can visually tell like these are all different chords and they're all built differently, right? Okay. The same goes for ear training. So when you're when you visually see an F minor chord, you can relate it back to like an F major chord. So, and then you can see that the third is lowering, right? So just, I don't want to tell you, just different ways to like test ear training is like you can either relate it back to a major key, like you can say like you're not sure if it went down, if the third went down or if the fifth went up to tell if it's minor or augmented. Try and relate it back to a major key. Keep the start with keeping the third where it is, and try and okay. I'm sorry, I'm confusing you probably. I'm so sorry. So if you hear this chord, okay, so you know it's not. You know that's a major chord, so you know that something is different with this. So just try singing, taking the first note and singing this, singing or thinking the scale in your head from here. So do, re, mi, fa, sol. And then you can go do, re, sol. So you heard that that the sol went up.
Yeah.
So that means that it was augmented. So does that make sense? So that's one way you can think about it. Being able to distinguish the intervals in your head too. That's another way. Oral training takes a long time. Why do you? I still struggle. But you did really well. So thank you. Appreciate it. All right. This was like 5 minutes over.